Welcome to eclipse season. I love eclipse season. I love the portal. So many people don't. A lot of people get freaked out by eclipses. If you look back in history, people have feared eclipses. It has been like bad things are gonna happen. It's a bad omen. But for me personally, I love eclipse season. I love the changes and transformations that it brings us as we shift timelines, as things end, things start. It's a real time of death and rebirth, and we are in eclipse season energy. So expect the unexpected. There are going to be births, deaths, marriages, engagements, breakups. Expect the unexpected. New jobs, losing new jobs, money, gaining new wealth, meeting the love of your life. Anything is possible at this time, and it reroutes us. It reroutes us into where we should be, what we should be doing, the places that we should be at, the people that should be in our lives, the people that we need to let go of. It is a really big transformational time. And because 2022, this is a theme, the energy theme for this year is polarity. It's about feeling the extremes, seeing the extremes of both ends of the spectrum. But one of the sub-themes of this year is identity. And this eclipse season really feels like we are going to be forced to, really step into our true identities, who we are, and how we really want to be seen in the world, how we want to be heard in the world, and really going for our dreams. The eclipses are happening October 25th. The first one is happening October 25th, and it is a new moon in Scorpio. We are really going to be feeling it. We are already feeling it. The portal is already open, and it is going to be building as we reach October 25th. And then the next one is happening shortly after, a couple of weeks later, in November. It's happening the 7th and 8th, and this is a full moon in Taurus. So we are in Scorpio season during these eclipses. It is going to be deep, it is going to be healing, and it's going to bring all of that Scorpio energy in. Some of the themes, the big themes that keep coming up for me that we are really going to be facing: resources, how we make our money, how we spend our money, resources in our communities. Supply chain is obviously going to be part of all of this. Resources around food, how things move from A to B. Resources in our own personal lives, in our own personal wealth. But of course, this is also going to show up in the wider collective too. Wealth, money. If you look at the news right now, there's lots of talk around recession and money, tax cuts, tax spending. What do taxes mean? Crypto might come up this month as well, as we're looking at wealth and money, and the rise and the shift and change of the transformation around money and our systems changing around money. So expect lots of chat around resources and wealth. The other thing that's going to be wrapped into this energy is all about power of money, power of greed of money. What does that look like when money gets twisted? The energy of money gets distorted, and power also gets distorted. There is going to be a lot to do with power, who has power over us in our personal lives, in our relationship. Are we stepping into our own personal power? And are we doing that? Again, wrapping that energy of like our identity and how we want to show up in our world. But it's also going to show up in our government and our structures and our societies. Who has power over us? Do we have the power to say no? Do we have the power to protest and say, hey, this isn't right. We want to shift and change this energy. You can see this already happening in Iran with the protests that are there. We also are going to be facing the US midterms in this eclipse season energy. So it is going to be fascinating to see what comes up with the US midterms in this eclipse energy. Again, expect the unexpected. In my 2022 energy forecast, I shared that because the eclipse season was happening during the US midterms, that it was going to be an intense time. I also shared that I really see Biden's health really deteriorating the back end of this year. I even said that he might die and cross over this year. So it's going to be really fascinating to see how this eclipse energy affects Biden, but also the power politics and games of what's coming ahead with the US midterms and the impact that it has. No small things. But what's really important is to remember, do not fear eclipse season. It is such a deep, powerful, transformational, alchemical time where you're going to be bringing forward the things that you're supposed to. You're going to be letting go. You're going to be transforming. And if you have watched the October energy forecast video, and if you haven't yet, I really encourage you to go and have a watch, because the October energy forecast theme is the dissolve. And so we're really going to be dissolving so much of our lives through this eclipse season. It's a powerful time of opening our hearts, of listening to our intuition, of being open to the timelines shifting and changing, and honoring who we are and what we're about, and being unapologetic. It's a time of really dropping into our power, our truth, and who we are. And I'm really excited for this eclipse season and where it goes. If you've enjoyed this video, please like, comment, or share, and subscribe to the channel, because I'm going to be sharing more videos as we move through the month. It's been a pleasure to share this with you. Enjoy eclipse season.